Hi friends, welcome to the Business Studies class. Today in this module, we are going to learn about the impact of government policy changes on business. As a part of economic reforms, the government of India announced a new industrial policy in July 1991 which sought to liberate the industry from liberalization, drastically reduce the role of the public sector, that is privatization, and encourage foreign private participation in industrial development, that is globalization. The important factors responsible for a new economic policy of liberalization, privatization, and globalization are economic development of the country, the economic structure in the form of mixed economy, which recognizes the role of both public and private sector, economic policies of the government, including industrial, monetary, and fiscal policies, economic planning, including 5 years plan, annual budgets, and so on, economic indices like national income, distribution of income, growth rate of GNP, per capita income, rate of savings and investments, value of exports and imports, balance of payments, and so on. The main objectives of a new economic policy of liberalization, privatization, and globalization are rapid growth and higher standard of living, becoming self reliant, and set up a strong industrial base with emphasis on heavy and basic industries, reduce inequalities of income and wealth, and reduce unemployment and poverty. The government policy changes in the form of liberalization, privatization, and globalization have a very significant impact on Indian business. This impact is as follows. First point, increasing competition, more demanding customers, rapidly changing technological environment, necessity for change, need for developing human resources, market orientation, and loss of budgetary support to public sector. Now we are going to analyze the first point, that is increasing competition. In the market, competition is increasing day by day because of abolishing of licensing requirements for most of the industries. New Indian companies and well established foreign countries are entering the market frequently. Old companies are increasing their production capacity significantly. As a result, there is keen contest for increasing market share by every market player. Second point is more demanding customers. In the changed situation, customers have become more demanding. They are well informed, have many alternative product choices, buy products more judiciously, and want full value of their money spent. They have the upper hand in deciding the terms of exchange process between buyers and sellers. This has posed a great challenge to the business organization, which have been forced to offer products at prices which ensure value for money to the customers. Third point is rapidly changing technological environment. In order to meet the needs of demanding customers, many organizations have gone for rapid technological advances so that besides earning profits, quality products could also be offered at reasonable prices. As a result, technological environment is changing rapidly. In this environment, organizations which rely on old technologies are forced to go for technology upgradation. Next point is necessity for change. Change and government policies have necessitated changes in business policies and practices which were followed during the pre-liberalized era, from stable policies and practices of the regulated market era to flexible policies and practices suitable for the new era. Fifth point is need for developing human resources. In the regulated era, there was very little emphasis on human resources and the people used to work without proper training. New conditions have led to changes in this technology, policies, practices which require highly competent personnel. As a result, there is a need for developing human resources. Sixth point is market orientation. Earlier approach was to manufacture goods and sell as the was seller market. The present market has become a buyer market. As a result, companies have adopted market-oriented approach which emphasize study and analyze the market requirements first and then produce the products accordingly. Last point is loss of budgetary support to public sector. In the present situation, there is a considerable reduction in budget support for public sector. This has made public sector to realize that it has to increase its efficiency in order to survive and grow.